Hey, you guys, it's your girl Tasha P back at you again with another podcast style video for Trust the Transformation Station. I'm so glad you're tuned in with me today. And here at Trust the Transformation, we believe that every day is an opportunity for evolution. And today, what I want to talk to you guys about is a harsh truth. This might step on your toes a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm warning you in advance. This might make you feel some type of way. But it can also be very transformative and change your life the way it is changing mine. And the harsh truth is very simple, straight to the point, cut and dry. Nobody cares. And you're like, what? What you mean? As a creative, you have to have the mindset that nobody cares. Absolutely no one. Nobody cares. And as a creative, that simple yet harsh truth has opened my mind up to the possibility, has opened my mind up to the freedom and the liberation that comes with understanding nobody cares. And I want you to take that and really run with it. And the reason I say run with it is because I know, speaking for myself as a creative, one thing I always did was worry about what people would perceive my art like. And am I being good enough? Am I perfect enough? Is this color right? Is this font right? Is this paint stroke right? Is this drawing right? Is this correct? What are this gonna be received? All of these things that are just overloading the mind and dampening the creativity because you're so worried about receptivity instead of just creating. And when you get into the mindset that nobody cares and you're just going to put it out there and you're going to just do it and you're going to just say what you got to say and write what you want to write and paint what you want to paint and draw what you want to draw and sing what you want to sing and dance how you want to dance, your audience, your consumer, the person that you are looking to reach through your art. And even if you're not necessarily sure about who your audience is, they will find you when you just stop worrying about who is meant to consume it and focus on the bigger picture of the creation. You do not need to get wrapped up and tied up and tangled up in opinions that haven't been shared. You do not need to get fixed on things that ultimately aren't going to push the needle forward because they're making you overthink every step of the process. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just do the work. Because ultimately, too, with that same mindset of nobody cares, sometimes we have to break down the ego a bit. I feel like a lot of times we overestimate and inflate how much we think people actually think about us. At the end of the day, everybody is living in their own reality. Everybody has their set of responsibilities, their set of circumstances, their set of lifestyle goals, their set of achievements and aspirations and dreams and values that are tailored to them and what they picture their own life looking like. So to think that every waking moment somebody is sitting there thinking about you, even if they do talk about you and have an opinion, whether they say it to your face or to another, at the end of the day, people are still sitting with themselves each and every day for 24 hours a day. They are not fixated on you the way you may train yourself to believe because you are thinking about you 24/7. So when you get to that mindset of, yo, okay, like, even if somebody does or doesn't say anything about my work, at the end of the day, they're not harping on me. Nobody cares. And at the end of the day, the people that are meant to care will show you. But if you have as a standard I'm just doing this and nobody cares, that's where you win. Because then you're not gonna let judgment, whether it is said or not said, affect how you choose to go about putting out yourself and putting out your creations and getting yourself on the map. Because that is the goal to be reached. A lot of times we're not even giving ourselves a chance to even hear if somebody cares because we're so worried about if they don't. And nobody has even seen what you have to offer. Nobody has seen what you have to produce. Nobody has seen skill set, at least not to the level maybe even that you really can take it. So it's like, why am I going to sit here now and worry about something that ultimately, push comes to shove, doesn't really matter? And it's only going to hold you back because you're so worried about stuff that aren't relevant to the bigger picture at hand. Having the mindset that nobody cares, trust and believe, will transform your life. Especially for my creators. I know we hold our art in our heart. I know we want everybody to love what we have to offer. I know we want everybody to have nothing but positivity to share about what we're doing and what we're saying and what we're putting out there. But realistically, not everybody is gonna like your work. Some people may like your work and not say anything. But does that stop you from doing said work? Or does that make you say, regardless of if somebody feels a way, don't feel a way, shows love, hates it, whatever, I'm going to still do this because it's for me and my self-expression. And I've come to understand that my self-expression will not be understood by everybody. And it's not meant to. It's meant to reach the people that truly align with it. I don't want to force any message, any artwork, any collaboration, any projects on anybody that doesn't see its value from its inception. I don't want to. I feel like if you don't get it, you're probably not meant to, or maybe you just need to be exposed more, and through exposure, then you'll get it. But to sit here and really try to make people make sense of who I am, that doesn't work for me. And that doesn't sit right with me. And once again, having the mindset of nobody cares, you don't even feel the need to sit here and say, oh, let me make people understand. I'm telling you, I was halted in place because partially, and I talked about this in the previous video, partially it was me just being my own obstacle in various ways. But the biggest thing was also just the fear of the outside noise. And, are people going to like it? Are people going to hate it? Are people going to judge me? How are the people that knew me from back in the day going to feel about me doing this now? And da-da-da-da. And it's just like, girl, don't you know nobody cares? Don't you know? I think you need to know. I think you need to be informed because you don't get it. And I didn't hear this from anyone. I think this was just an intuitive download that God really imparted in me recently as I've just been in this creative mode. And I haven't been putting much of my creations out there, at least not yet, because I'm just trying to not perfect it. I've released the perfectionist mindset, but more so I'm trying to create now systems so that I don't get overwhelmed with creativity, in the sense of having so many ideas that I'm trying to work on at once and streamlining them instead, so that when I do get ready to work on my creative ideas, I'm not overwhelming myself and then just staying stuck in place. But I really just, as I've been working, and I'm telling you, it's a Tuesday afternoon, it's 1:30 p.m. I am working. I do have a 9 to 5 as a content strategist, but I am learning to use what I have, and what I have is a mic, and I have my phone, and I have the free time, in the sense of I'm not on meetings right now or anything like that. So I'm like, I could always bust out the mic and just start talking, and, you know, sharing what I've learned or what I just intuitively receive to share with my collective, with my audience, with my tribe, because I know there are a tribe of creatives that are waiting to be energized and revolutionized by this word. I feel like I don't see a Taisha on any platforms, and I'm not saying they don't exist, but I feel like there's a lot of people that I see that represent different parts of me. Maybe they are writers, maybe they are painters, or just other form of artists. Maybe they are people that do other things that I enjoy, like hair and this and that. But I don't see anybody with my collective skill set that also, just shares in a way like I do. And I'm like, I know there's people out there that are like me that need to hear this. And I'm going to make use of what I have to put myself out there for those people that are looking for someone like myself. And that just dawned on me today. I was heating up my lunch. I'm working from home today. And I was just like, you know, what can I create for some content? I don't know. I kind of want to have a conversation with the people. I've been enjoying it. I told you guys that already. I'm having so much fun. I haven't had this much fun making content in a while. And I think it's partially because, once again, that nobody cares mindset of just create, girl. Like, who gives a damn what anybody has to say? These people don't even like themselves. What are you talking about? You have to have courage to come and do something like this. Like, why are you sitting here stressing all day, all night about the unknown? Like, they don't even have the bravery, if they feel some type of way, to come and say it to you. Like, please. And it just dawned on me as I'm heating up my food to say, nobody cares. And I want to share that with the people. Like, yo, nobody cares, right? And also, in the flip side, you don't care either. Put yourself out there. Be unapologetically you. Say what you gotta say. Share what you want to share. Obviously, don't make it be that you're hurting anybody's feelings or, intentionally. I know there's a lot of content creators now in this space. And when I say in this space, I'm talking about just on social media platforms, that the negativity is getting more shine than the positivity. But trust and believe, I got my first interview from just putting out stuff on my blog and putting out stuff on my Instagram, with my Instagrams, both of my Instagrams pages collectively have about a little under 800 followers. Please, you know what I'm saying? And I say that to say that is not a big following at all, and I'm not ashamed to say that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. I still have accomplished things with that. So imagine if I had the 10,000. Imagine if I had the 100,000. So just do you. People are seeing you. People that resonate they will come. They will come. They will come. The people that are right for you will come. Don't sit here and worry about everything. Nobody cares. You don't care. You don't care. Don't stress the outcome, because when you're stressing the outcome, that's also another way to say that you're not doing it from a genuine place. If you're genuinely about the self-expression and the creativity of it all, what's meant for you will find you. You don't got to sit here and stress and worry and harp and cry and beg and complain and all of that stuff. It's not needed. It's not needed. You have so much waiting on the other side of thinking about how much people don't care, and letting that be your motivation to be your most fullest, freest, authentic self. I see so many people that I'm just so inspired by their lack of self-imposed restriction. Things that I see them do and I'm like, damn, if I had the confidence, not even the body or the voice or the face, I know externally I have the look that can make me whatever amount of money I desire, or I have the skill set that can make me whatever amount of money I desire. But courage and confidence, oh my gosh, if you don't got it, you ain't making nothing. If you don't got that, because we sit here and see all the time that people that would be considered to be the castaways, or, the overlooked in society, they go viral all the time and they run up a bag. And you're like, okay, so money doesn't equate to necessarily looks or skills or fame or followers or whatever. Money sometimes is really, not even sometimes, money is equivalent to energy, and it's equivalent to creativity, and it's equivalent to confidence. I would even say intelligence, because there's so many people that they just put themselves in the places for the opportunity to come to them, and it has nothing to do with what they know and who they know and all of that stuff. And it has everything to do with them just having the courage to say, I'm putting myself out there because I deserve this. Why can't I have this? Why can't I go there? Why can't I be there? Why can't I deserve to be in this room at this time in my life? For whatever reason, they justify in their head. They say, why not? Why not me? Not why me, but why not me? And that's because they've adopted the mindset of nobody cares. And if they mentally are actually thinking that or not, deep down, that's somewhere embedded within them. And it's not in the way that's, like I said, it's not ego driven, but it's more me saying, I can't allow myself to hold myself back by worrying about what people do and don't care about, and worry more about how I can share this to reach a new audience, to reach people that are looking for me, to reach the boy or the girl or the woman or the man that is sitting here looking for my work, looking for my art, looking for my words, looking for me. When you get to that mindset of, it's not about who don't like me, but it's about who loves me, including me, that's when you win. That's when you win as a creative. Because then the drive will be different. The drive will be about, I gotta do the work because I am responsible for my own opinion of self. And I'd rather be a person that puts myself in the position to win than be a person that sits here and worries about who do and don't like me, that ain't paying my bills, that ain't helping me with jack, that ain't doing nothing for me in the long run. It ain't about them. especially when they ain't paying your bills. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to say everything's about money, but for real, if you like, that's like the bare minimum for real. If you're not doing anything for me, especially in helping my life grow, like, why am I worried about what you think about me? Like, you're literally not doing anything. Like, your opinion could be cute, but at the end of the day, you ain't pushing the needle forward. So I gotta go. I gotta do what I gotta do. Period. So that's the word. I don't want to stretch it out because I feel like y'all got the message at this point. I think it was cut and dry. Like I said, I just expounded on it a little bit because I really wanted to be driven home that, yo, nobody cares. So go for it. Nobody cares. So do your best and make it count, because you're going to be the one that ends up on top anyways, because you're doing the work. That's what matters, that you're doing the work. It don't matter how people feel about your work. You did it though. The evidence, the proof is in the pudding. Show up for yourself. Show out for yourself. Nobody cares, but you should, about what you got to do. So therefore, as a creative, take that harsh truth and turn it into a positive by saying, you know what? Nobody cares. So let's go. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get right. You feel me? Yes, sir. Alrighty. I feel amped up just saying that. Like, oh my gosh. This was a motivation for me. Trust me. And let me say that too. Everything that I share with you guys, this is ministering to me first. Trust and believe. I've had so much realizations over this past couple of weeks. My God. I've really been in communication with God, praying and trying to get to the deep depths. If that's a phrase of like my consciousness and who I am and what am I here to do and my purpose on this earth and what is in line for my destiny. And I've been realizing so much in so many ways how I've been holding myself back. I've been, in a way, holding you guys back, because I know that I haven't been giving these words to just not say them or to just simply keep it for myself, when the tools and the avenues have been given to me to share with others. This mic that I'm using now, I've gotten it since Christmas, and I've used it, for fun, playing around, testing it out, whatever. But I have been seriously using it over the last 2 weeks. And when I tell you, I feel the creative energy just flowing out of me now, because I've decided to say, nobody cares, Taisha. Nobody cares. And you see it every day. You see it every day in your own life, how much nobody cares. And I don't say it in a negative way, but I say it in a way of, when you really want to grow, when you really want to change, when you really want to evolve, sometimes the harsh truths are necessary so that you can get that ego out the way and get to work. And I've been getting to work because the ego has died. Me telling myself, nobody cares. The ego has been stripped. The ego has been sacrificed so that my higher self can rise and become exactly who I want to be. Gotta get out of your own way when you really want to get to the next level. And that includes putting pride to the side and saying, I'm too good to speak my truth. I'm too good to self-express. I'm too good And sometimes it's not even I'm too good. I'm too ashamed. And I'm not ashamed of myself. I accept every part of myself. And the right people will accept me. The right people will hear me and say, we need more of you. We need more of this. And that goes just for you and whatever you want to share. So to all my creative beings out there, be encouraged, be inspired, understand I'm not speaking just to me. I'm not speaking just to you. I'm speaking to me too. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. In the literal sense too. I mean, ain't nobody around me. I ain't speaking to no crowd in this room. Gotta throw a little humor in there. But yeah. So it's your girl Taisha P signing out. Later, y'all.